Namaskar, Abhishek, once again in the series Beauty and Bliss, a journey through Saundarya Lahari. Adi Shankar is revealing that the bliss, the wave of bliss and the wave of beauty of Divine Mother through these mystical, philosophical, and devotional verses. In this episode, we are just going to touch upon next five verses, verse 26 to 30, how great Guru Bhagavad Pad Sri Shankar, Adi Shankaracharya is revealing the nature of divine. Let's come, let's immerse in the verse 26. Vahanti Sindhu Ramapranipati Takanchi Gunapati Purangrinam Dangrinam Kusuma ko dandakutu kam tab bhru vilasam sarpasi suriva sripata uraha paribra manyam bhrantatyam chiramani lalanantar bhuvanam. So now Adi Shankar is again addressing Divine Mother and speaking about her eyebrows. Oh goddess, your eyebrows, vibrant like a blossoming blue lotus, glowing with vermilion, seems to cause the jewels, girdles of the celestial women to slip, drawn by the Cupid's flower bow, Kamadev's Dhanus. They are enchanted by the playful movements of your eyebrows, like a serpent's young one. Your brows seem to eternally wander upon Shiva's chest, casting a spell, जादू. हे देवी, तुम्हारी भवें जो नील कमल के समान सजीव हैं, सिंदूर से अलंकृत होकर कंचुकी के धागों को गिराने लगती हैं. कामदेव के पुष्प वानों से आकर्षित स्त्रियां तुम्हारे भावों के आकर्षण खेल को देखती हैं. तुम्हारी ये भवें सांप के बच्चे की तरह शिव के हृदय से लगातार खेलती रहती हैं. Very beautiful poetic expression of the beauty of mother. In this verse, Adi Shankar is describing bewitching movements of the goddess eyebrows, adorned with the vermium, as they captivate the celestial beings. The comparison of her eyebrows, to a comparison of her eyebrows with a serpent's young Sarpasisu, serpent's young one, this comparison is suggesting that their delicate and the playful motion, particularly as they enchant even the Lord Shiva himself. This is the verse. Is the beauty of the brows of mother, and from the beauty Anand is creating, the bliss is creating for the devotee, and that wave of bliss is flowing out from this verse 26. Let's come in the verse 27, emerge in this verse. निमेषो उन्मेषाभ्याम प्रलयम उदयम याति जगति तबे यात्याहु हसंतो धरणी धरराज्यम तनये त्वादून्मेषा जातं जगदीदमशेषं प्रलयतः परित्रातुं संके परिहृता निमेषास्तव दृशा. Now he is addressing the goddess as the daughter of mountain. O daughter of the king of the mountains, the wise say, the great Pandits, wise Acharyas says, the world undergoes dissolution and creation. Unmesh and nivesh is happening to the world with the opening and closing of your eyes only. With the opening of your eyes, the entire universe is born. And with their closing, it dissolves. Perhaps to protect the universe from destruction, your eyes never close. Your eyes never close. हे पर्वतराज की पुत्री, संत जन कहते हैं, आचार्य जन कहते हैं, तुम्हारी पल के झपकने से और खुलने से ये संसार का नाश और संसार उत्पत्ति को प्राप्त करता है. तुम्हारी आंखों के खुलने से यह समस्त संसार प्रकट होता है और तुम्हारी पल के झपकने से यह लुप्त हो जाता है. तुम्हारी कृपा से यह संसार संघार से बचा रहे. शायद इसीलिए तो तुम्हारी आंखें कभी नहीं झपकती. तुम्हारी आंखें कभी नहीं झपकती. इसका poetic expression is coming out from this verse by Adi Shankar, describing the cosmic power of the goddess. And even very blink of the goddess eye controls the cycle of the creation dissolution. And this verse is also saying the opening of the eyes, the universe manifests. He is talking about the manifestation. And with the closing of the eyes, universe dissolves. So it is suggesting, the suggestion is coming up that her eyes remain open to prevent the universe. How compensate, how protective mother is for the universe. Now the next verse 28, let's come. In the verse 28, Drisa dristim datam sruti sirasi dvijasu utja niradharanasmin anyasit manimoliha asputaya adaiv drupam sakalar ruchiram nayanataram विशाले दृष्टिम तु विभुतारावलोके वितनुते. O goddess, O mother, when you cast your gaze upon the learned, your form shines like a jewel upon the crown of their knowledge. Your dark, radiant eyes seem to hover without support in this world. And with the same gaze, you blaze the universe, spreading infinite grace and removing all sufferings. हे देवी, जब तुम अपने विशाल नेत्रों से विद्वानों की ओर दृष्टि डालती हो, तब उनके श्रुति ज्ञान, तब उनके श्रुति ज्ञान के शिखर का आभूषण चमक उठता है. वह ज्ञान आभूषण की भांति चमक उठता है. तुम्हारी काली चमकदार आंखें मानो इस संसार में बिना किसी सहारे के मंडराती हैं. तुम्हारी यही दृष्टि संसार के सभी कष्टों को समाप्त करती है और अनंत आशीर्वाद प्रदान करती है, और अनंत आशीर्वाद प्रदान करती है, और अनंत आशीर्वाद प्रदान। So in this verse, Adi Shankar is highlighting Goddess, Divine Mother's gaze as the source of immense power, Drishti as a source of immense power and blessings also. Her divine sight not only enhances the wisdom of the acharyas learned, but also bestows grace and relieves the sufferings of the world. The imagery of her eyes by Adi Shankar, like a dark and radiant hovering without support, conveys their encompassing presence and impact all around, looking everything at the same time, showing her power, indicating her power of the drishti also. Now in the next verse, great Adi Shankar is coming. Bhagavad Pad Adi Shankar is revealing. Sive Sringaradrat Janaiha Sankathi Kala Samavapendram Nahi Varanamalam Vilasita Satin Swanstaha Tad Visaya Sangam Bhajatiya Sada Pasyanti Sadhrubam Vidhavatam Cha Dadati. O Shiva, addressing mother like an auspicious one. The women whose heart is immersed in your love and beauty, who remains detached from worldly discussions and concerns, and keeps her consciousness focused solely on you, will always remain in your grace, and she will never face widowhood, staying eternally fortune, staying eternally fortune. हे शिवे, जो स्त्री अपनी चेतना में केवल तुम्हारे प्रेम और श्रृंगार में डूबी रहती है, और सांसारिक चर्चा और अन्य विषयों में सब और सांसारिक चर्चा और अन्य विषयों में संलग्न नहीं होती, जो अपनी चेतना में केवल तुम्हारी कृपा का अनुभव करती है, वह सदा तुम्हारी दृष्टि में रहती है और उसकी कृपा से वह कभी विधवा नहीं होती, वह अनंत सौभाग्यवती रहती, वह अनंत सौभाग्यवती रहती, अनंत सौभाग्यवती रहती। In this verse, Adi Shankar is highlighting the deep devotion and the spiritual connection of a devotee with goddess. So it suggests basically that those who are immersed in the deep devotion in his mind and in his heart, fixed on divine, without being distracted by the worldly matters, will always be under the protection and grace of the goddess, and ensuring the eternal prosperity and fortune. Eternal prosperity and fortune, Ananta Saubhagyavati. He is connecting those things with the widowhood. This verse, at a gross level, seems like a talking about the female devotee, but it's talking about all. It's more talking about the power of the grace and the power of the devotion and the blessings and graces coming from the devotion, continuous devotion on the Divine Mother. Now, In the next verse, 30th verse, Adi Shankar is coming. Adi Shankar is revealing the bliss, the nature of the Divine Mother. Gate karnabhyam, gate karnabhyakarnam garurat iva pakhyami dad. Puram भेतु प्रसरमरा सद्रिवा फले इमे नेत्रे गोत्राधरपति कुलोर संकलिके तवाकर्णा कृष्ट अस्मर सरविलासम कलयतः. O daughter of the king of the mountains, your eyes, the lashes resembling with the wings of the Garu, possess the power to calm the mind of the destroyer of the Tripura, Lord Shiva. These beautiful eyes stretching towards the ears and radiates the charm of the Cupid arrows, Kamdev's arrows, bringing love and attraction. हे पर्वतराज की पुत्री, तुम्हारी आंखें जिनकी पलकें गरुड़ के पंखों के समान, वे त्रिपुर भंजक भगवान शिव के मन को भी शांत करने वाली ये सुंदर नेत्र जो कानों तक फैले हुए हैं, कामदेव के बाणों के समान प्रेम और आकर्षण का संचार करते हैं. How beautiful he is explaining through this verse. His focus is on the mesmerizing beauty of the goddess eyes again, which are not only enchanting but also possess the power to calm down even Lord Shiva, who is the Tripura Bhanjak. The Lord Shiva's mind, to calm down Lord Shiva's mind, it's a very difficult task. So the power of the goddess is being explained in that sense. Her eyes are compared to the wings of the Garuda, symbolizing the grace and the strength again, while their influence is linked with the arrows of the Kamdev very beautifully. Kamdev, who is the god of the love, highlighting their divine allure, divine attraction, divine love is flowing. So this is the verse. This is the revelation by Bhagavad Pad, Shiva incarnate, Adi Shankaracharya. Jai Shankar, Jai Shankar, Jai Shankar. Har Har Mahadev, Har Har Mahadev, Har Har Mahadev. Jai Gurudev, Jai Gurudev.